In this video, I will explain how to encrypt and decrypt text using the Vigenere cipher. So here's the idea. Let's say we have the plain text, "We love math," and we want to encrypt it. The first thing that we need to do is pick a keyword. So for this example, let's say we pick the keyword mouse. What we're going to do is write this keyword over and over again above the letters in the plain text until we reach the entire length of the plain text. So here's what that looks like. Now to actually encrypt the text, we're going to use this square table right here called a tabula recta. This is a table where the column headers are the letters A through Z, and the row headers are also the letters A through Z. Now, the first row in this table is just the normal alphabet A through Z, but each row below it is shifted once to the left. So to encrypt this plain text, here's what we do. We work with the letter pairs that we've built right here. So the first letter pair is M, W. So what we're going to do is find M among the row headers. So here's M, and then we'll find W among the column headers. So here's W. And we're just going to find where do they intersect inside of this square. So for this one, we'll find that they intersect at the letter I. So I is going to be our first letter in our encrypted ciphertext. So we'll go ahead and write I as our first letter. And then we'll just repeat this process. So we'll move on to the next letter pair that we've made, which is O and E. So we'll find O among the row headers and E among the column headers, and we'll see where they intersect. So if we do that, we'll find that they intersect at the letter S. So S is our next letter in the ciphertext. So let's go ahead and write that. And we're just going to repeat this process for each letter pair. If you do that, you will find that this is what the ciphertext turns out to be. So that's how you can encrypt plain text using the Vigenere cipher. Okay, now let's say that you're given this ciphertext and you want to decrypt it using the Vigenere cipher. In order to do so, you need to know the key that was used to encrypt it in the first place. So let's say we know that the key was mouse. To decrypt this, we're going to once again write this keyword over and over again above the ciphertext. So here's what that looks like. And then we're going to go letter pair by letter pair and find the values in the table. So for example, this first pair, we have M, I. What we're going to do is find M among the row headers. So here's M. And now we're going to find I in the row itself. So we can see here's I within the same row as M. And now what we're going to do is find what column header this corresponds to. So we can see that corresponds to a W up here. So the first letter in our plain text must have been a W. So we'll go ahead and write a W as our first letter of the plain text. And then we'll move on to the next letter pair and repeat the process. So we have O and S. So we'll find O among the row headers, and then we'll find S within this row itself. So here's the S. And then we'll just find what column header does that correspond to. And we can see that's an E up here. So the next letter in our plain text will be an E. So if we just continue this process and continue to decrypt each of the remaining letter pairs, we'll find that the plain text was "We love math." So that is how you can decrypt text using the Vigenere cipher.